Hey, Cowboys Nation, let's dive into everything that's been happening with America's team because, honestly, this season has thrown a lot at us. From roster moves to game performance, from defensive struggles to offensive adjustments, there's never a dull moment when it comes to Dallas. One of the biggest talking points recently has been the team's approach to trades. Historically, the Cowboys haven't been a franchise that chases mid-season trades aggressively, but this year we've seen a different mindset. It's fascinating to watch because it opens up discussions about how much management is willing to shake things up to improve the roster, not just for this year, but for the future. Some of these moves are obvious attempts to shore up weak spots, while others seem almost strategic gambles. Bets that if they pay off, could redefine the trajectory of the season. Defense, of course, continues to dominate the conversation. The Cowboys have long been criticized for inconsistencies on that side of the ball, and this season has been no exception. The line has moments where it looks dominant, putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks, but then there are stretches where the secondary struggles, allowing big plays that shift momentum instantly. It's clear that the front seven is better than last year, and that gives the secondary a fighting chance. But it's also obvious that more help is needed. The defensive roster is a mix of experienced veterans and young players who are still finding their footing. Some fans are optimistic, believing that with the right rotations and a bit of patience, this unit could climb into the top 20 defensively. Others remain skeptical, pointing out that key positions still haven't been addressed and questioning whether short-term fixes through trades really solve the underlying problems. Now, talking about individual players, the conversation is impossible to avoid without touching on the quarterback situation. Dak Prescott has had his ups and downs, and there's a lot of debate over how much of the offense's performance falls on his shoulders. Some argue he's not operating at elite level consistently, while others insist he's been handed a complicated situation with spotty offensive line play and unpredictable play calling. The red zone has been particularly frustrating for fans, with calls that often leave everyone scratching their heads. Timing, sequencing, and decision-making have all been questioned, and the team's approach in these critical moments could very well determine whether they push deep into the playoffs or fall short of expectations. Meanwhile, the roster as a whole has seen a flurry of activity. Injuries and returns from injured reserve are constantly reshaping the depth chart. Coaches are juggling who sees the field and how much, all while trying to maintain team chemistry and momentum. Every addition, every cut, and every roster shuffle is scrutinized, and the fans are vocal about every move. It's a delicate balance because you want to improve the team immediately, but you also don't want to compromise long-term plans or salary cap flexibility. The Cowboys are in that tricky spot where they need to address weaknesses without mortgaging the future, and that requires calculated decisions and a little bit of luck. Speaking of luck, this season's schedule has been anything but easy. The Cowboys have faced stretches where back-to-back tough games test both their physical and mental endurance. Road games against division rivals, primetime matchups, and sudden short weeks force the team to adapt constantly. These challenges reveal the depth of the roster and the ability of coaches to adjust game plans on the fly. The margin for error is slim, and fans are acutely aware of every mistake, every blown coverage, every dropped pass. In a league where a single play can swing a game, maintaining focus across such a grueling schedule is critical. Of course, the fanbase's perspective adds another layer. Social media, live streams, and comment sections are flooded with opinions, some analytical, some passionate, and some downright emotional. Questions about trade decisions, player performances, draft strategies, and even contract management dominate discussions. Every new move is dissected and debated, from the rationale behind a trade to the potential impact of free agent pickups. People are invested not just in wins and losses, but in how the organization is positioning itself for sustained success. There's a hunger for answers, and every decision the Cowboys make is analyzed for its long-term implications. Even beyond the X's and O's, there's a human element to this team that can't be ignored. Players coming off injuries, adjusting to new teammates, or learning new systems are all part of the story. Coaching staff members are constantly balancing the immediate pressure to win with developing players for future success. Fans may sometimes get caught up in wins and losses, but what really shapes a season is how the team responds to adversity, whether it's injuries, tough opponents, or unexpected challenges in practice and preparation. The resilience of the roster, both mentally and physically, is as important as the talent on paper. Looking at the big picture, this season for the Cowboys isn't just about the scoreboard. It's about growth, adjustments, and positioning for both immediate success and long-term sustainability. Trades have shaken things up, defenses are being tested, and the offense is evolving under the weight of expectations. Every game matters, every snap counts, and every decision can reverberate through the rest of the season. Fans are watching closely, debates are heating up, and the sense of anticipation is palpable because this team, with all its potential and flaws, remains one of the most intriguing stories in football right now. Now, diving deeper into the trades and roster moves, it's clear the Cowboys have been carefully picking their battles. Mid-season trades are always a gamble, especially for a team that traditionally relies on homegrown talent and the draft. But this year, the front office seemed willing to make calculated risks. Bringing in new players to address weak spots shows a recognition that immediate improvement can't wait until the offseason. Some of these additions may not be household names yet, but the idea is to create depth and flexibility, particularly on defense, where injuries and inconsistency have been ongoing concerns. Fans are naturally skeptical, wondering if a single acquisition can shift the balance of a team that has struggled in certain phases for multiple seasons. Still, every move is a message that the organization is trying to stay competitive and not simply coast on past reputations or high-profile stars. The defensive line, for instance, has seen the most attention. Pressure on the quarterback has been inconsistent in previous seasons, and the team's ability to get to the passer directly affects the secondary. If the front seven can hold their ground, coverages become easier and big plays are less likely. Yet, despite some promising signs, the secondary still faces challenges. Young cornerbacks are being tested weekly against elite receivers, and any lapse can quickly turn into a highlight reel touchdown for the opponent. It's a delicate balance, and coaches are constantly rotating players, tweaking schemes, and managing snaps to maximize performance. There's an understanding that the defense won't become elite overnight, but there's hope that incremental improvements, coupled with strategic acquisitions, will eventually translate into more consistent results. Offensively, the focus remains on efficiency and execution. Dak Prescott's play is scrutinized as much as any quarterback in the league. Fans debate whether he's performing up to expectations or being hampered by situational issues like blocking schemes and play calling. Red zone performance has been a recurring headache, with sequences that leave viewers questioning why the team doesn't stick to what works best. Timing, decision-making, and sequencing are under the microscope, and the team's ability to consistently execute plays in high-pressure situations will be pivotal as the season progresses. Beyond Dak, the receiving core and tight ends are critical. They must not only create separation, but also adjust to ever-changing defensive schemes designed to exploit weaknesses. Every dropped pass, every misread coverage, and every miscommunication has a ripple effect that can determine the outcome of games. Special teams, too, has been an area of scrutiny. Missed tackles, blocked punts, and inconsistent kicking can swing momentum in ways that feel out of proportion to their frequency. While they don't always get the same headlines as offense or defense, the performance of these units often dictates field position and scoring opportunities. The Cowboys know that games can be decided by inches and seconds, and special teams execution is a critical piece of that puzzle. Coaches have been working to minimize mistakes, but the reality of injuries, rotation, and high-pressure situations means this will remain a challenge. Looking ahead, the schedule presents both opportunities and obstacles. Back-to-back matchups against tough division rivals, primetime road games, and stretches with limited recovery time are brutal tests of endurance. The physical and mental toll is evident, and fans can see it play out in inconsistencies week to week. Even a short stretch of bad luck or minor injuries can disrupt momentum, emphasizing the importance of depth and preparation. The Cowboys' ability to manage these stretches while keeping players fresh and focused will be decisive. Games aren't just about talent. They're about execution, resilience, and strategy over the course of a grueling season. Fan input continues to play a significant role in shaping the conversation around the team. Social media, comment sections, and live interactions provide a constant stream of analysis, criticism, and hope. Every trade, every injury update, every roster move is dissected in real time. People want answers, and the pressure on the organization to not only make smart moves, but also communicate intentions clearly is higher than ever. It's part of what makes following the Cowboys so compelling. The engagement is intense, passionate, and deeply informed. Fans are not just observers. They are part of the ongoing dialogue, and that energy often fuels discussions about strategy, potential trades, and draft decisions. Player health remains a major factor in all of this. Returning from injured reserve, managing workloads, and adjusting to new teammates are constant challenges. Coaches have to balance immediate performance with long-term development, ensuring players are not rushed back into high-stakes situations before they are ready. Young players in particular face a steep learning curve, and veterans must adapt to new systems and rotations. It's a dynamic environment where every decision has consequences, and mistakes or mismanagement can quickly spiral into larger problems. Fans are keenly aware of these factors, debating how best to optimize the roster and maintain competitiveness through the final stretch of the season. As the Cowboys navigate trades, injuries, and schedule challenges, the narrative is about more than just wins and losses. It's about growth, adjustments, and strategic positioning for both the short and long term. The organization is clearly attempting to balance competing priorities, building a competitive team now while maintaining flexibility for the future. Every addition, cut, and positional adjustment is part of a larger plan, even if the immediate results aren't perfect. Fans are scrutinizing every decision, weighing the risks, and projecting potential outcomes. It's this constant evaluation, coupled with the high stakes of the NFL, that makes following the team so compelling. Ultimately, the story of the Cowboys this season is one of adaptation and resilience. Trades shake up the roster, defensive challenges test the squad, offensive execution is under constant review, and every game presents physical and strategic hurdles. Yet, through all of this, the sense of anticipation remains strong because the team still has potential to achieve greatness. Whether it's a surprising defensive stand, a clutch offensive sequence, or a game-changing play from a newly acquired player, every moment carries weight. Fans are watching closely, analyzing each move, and hoping that the combination of talent, strategy, and determination will propel the Cowboys to a successful finish this year. The stakes are high, the challenges are real, and the narrative continues to unfold with every snap, every play, and every decision on and off the field. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers are growing louder across the NFL landscape, and if the latest reports are to be believed, the Dallas Cowboys may be on the verge of pulling off one of the most stunning moves in recent memory. Sources close to the situation suggest that Tyreek Hill, the explosive wide receiver known for his game-breaking speed and electrifying playmaking, could be heading to Dallas in what insiders are already calling the biggest signing in Cowboys history. The news has set the football world ablaze. Hill, a six-time Pro Bowler and one of the most dynamic offensive weapons of the modern era, is rumored to have caught the attention of Jerry Jones himself. And when the Cowboys owner sets his sights on a superstar, history says he rarely misses. Social media lit up overnight, with fans and analysts speculating on what this could mean for the franchise long known as America's team. If the deal materializes, it would symbolize a seismic shift in the Cowboys' offensive identity. Pairing Hill's speed and precision route running with Dallas' existing offensive arsenal could instantly transform the team into a juggernaut. The thought of Hill streaking down the sideline in the iconic blue and silver uniform has already sparked waves of excitement and a fair share of skepticism across Texas and beyond. Financial details remain tightly guarded, but early whispers suggest the contract could surpass anything previously seen in Cowboys history, both in total value and guaranteed money. Such a blockbuster move would underline the organization's willingness to go all in on a championship run, breaking from its recent pattern of conservative roster management. Some league insiders warn, however, that talks are still in a delicate phase. There are questions about how Hill's personality and star power might mesh within the Cowboys locker room, and whether the franchise can balance such a massive financial commitment under the salary cap. Yet those concerns seem secondary for now, overshadowed by the sheer magnitude of the rumor. One thing is clear. If this move comes to fruition, it would mark a defining moment for the Dallas Cowboys, a statement of intent, ambition, and spectacle befitting the franchise's legendary reputation. Whether it's smoke or fire, the buzz around Tyreek Hill in Dallas has already become the talk of the NFL. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.